welcome to the show. I am Toni Green, psychic medium and channel. I also offer hypnosis and healing. And you guys, I spent part of my weekend updating my website and I added some new services to it. So if you'd like to go check that out, TONIG.info. Again, TONIG.info. So I did 2 pages. I still have a couple more pages to go. I redid my home page and then redid my hypnosis page. I did not spell correct. Mostly because if I spelt the word wrong the first time, I'm not going to know to correct it the second time. Okay, so there's that. But seriously, but seriously. Okay, I hope you're laughing because that is my whole goal during this show is to answer your questions, help you connect with loved ones, and also to help you laugh a little at life, at me, at whatever. If you can laugh, it will raise your frequency, your vibration. It will help you to be in a better place all the way around. So if I can make you laugh during the show, and I am relentless, I will make, I will, I will do anything almost to make people laugh. I mean, I don't care if I embarrass myself. I'm good with that. 1,000,000%. Yes. Okay. I am going to be answering your questions. You can ask a question about life, love, career, finance. Please have your question be specific and or connect with a loved one on the other side. If you do want to connect with a loved one on the other side, please um, your loved one's first name and relationship to you, and I will do the best I can. If I can't make a connection for some reason, I can't. I've rarely have that happen, but once in a while, it does happen. Um, if your intentions aren't pure, the connection won't come through. I can tell you that now. Don't get scammed. I'll never reach out to you. Don't give your money to somebody pretending to be me or somebody jumping in on the show telling you you need something or on any social media telling you you need something. Please don't get scammed. Next. Okay, I'm going to do songs and names and songs and names and confirmations, and then we are going to get right into questions. And they have been giving me songs all morning long. So the song can be a song your loved one loved, you love, you listen to together. It can be answering a question, or if you hear this song in the future at any point, at any time, or think of it, it pops into your head. That's a confirmation your loved one's with you. Okay, so some of the songs I had this morning, and I have to write them down because when things come to me, they go just as quickly. So I have to write them down. And yes, I know I can't sing. For those of you who are new, I'm very well aware of the fact that I cannot sing. It's okay. We all deal with it. It's okay. As if. Okay. That song, it goes, I got a pocket a pocket full of sunshine. I don't know that song. If you know, you know. And that's the thing. If I sing part of this song, you're gonna know it's for you or it's not. Okay, the next song is The Gambler by Kenny Rogers, which thank goodness I think everybody knows that song and I don't have to sing it. And then Yellow Submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine. And that one I can sing because I can fake my voice on it. And then AC/DC Back in Black. Back in Black. I hit the I I don't know the words to I know I in my head, I know the words, but they're not they refuse to come out of my mouth, so whatever that means. Okay, any other songs we're gonna do now? Again, whatever they bring through is what I'm going to bring to you. I really do try not to repeat songs, but if they repeat, that means your loved ones are still here for you. Okay, the next song is that "Take Me to Church." Take me to church and I'll worship like a dog. Something like that. The next one is "The Rhythm of the Night." The next and I the next one is there's 3, just give it a second. It'll come through. Just one little second. Okay, they're like almost like debating what song to give. So I'm going to go to names, and then if there are more songs, I'll give you the songs that come through. But the first name is Jules or Julie. The next name is Peter. The next name is Veronica. The next name is Jessica. The next name is Lawrence. The next name is Lawanda. The next name is Trinity. The next name is J- Jaslyn, like Jaz, Jaslyn. The next name is Hermoto. The next name is, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of these names. The next name is, and the names can be a person, place, or thing. I'm sorry, a person, place, or thing. And it's a confirmation. It can be your name, their name, the name of somebody in your family, pet. It's a comfort, but it is a confirmation. Okay. And the reason I stopped to say that is because the next thing I'm hearing is Egypt. And then that song, that Egypt song. Um, and when they say a place, it could be some place you wanted to go, they wanted to go, you did go, or they were from. It means something to you. And after Egypt, I'm getting the Sphinx. And again, Sphinx can be the Sphinx, or it can be like a cat, because cats can be sphinxes. Yes, true facts. Okay, the next name is Makita. The next name is, I'm hearing it 2 ways. I'm hearing Shalom, but I'm hearing Salome. Anything that sounds like that. And again, I apologize for if I'm pronouncing or not getting the perfect way to say the names or the places. There's something with Egypt today, because now I'm hearing the Nile. Somebody on the show is really about that life. That's all I'm saying. Or from there, perhaps. Hey, Egypt, if you're watching, I'm here for it. The next one is I'm gonna do a couple more names. The next one is Christine or Christy. The next one is Marie. The next one is Beth. The next one is Malami. Malami. Okay. That's it for names. Now, if I get songs and or names throughout the show, of course, I'm going to bring them forward. I hope each and every one of you from that received a confirmation from a loved one. I'm also getting Tinkle, and I'm going to guess that's like a pet or a nickname. Um, but I am getting Tinkle, and so I hope that's helpful. I'm going to scroll in the chat to the very first question, and I am going to answer the best I can every single question. Remember, things are for as things stand now. If I give you the answer to a question, you have the right to do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm not the boss of you. I'm just giving you guidance that's in your best interest. You are responsible for the choices that you make in your life. Sally wants to know, will I have an upcoming proposal this coming year? I'm assuming this is like a marriage. This is not an engagement ring. Um, like a marriage proposal. And the answer that I'm getting is no, Sally, I've asked, I didn't even want to answer this one because I know that if somebody asks that question, it means a lot to them. But the answer that I'm getting as of right now, Sally, is as of right now, that is not that's not in the cards. It's not as of right now. Um, I don't know why, but it just as of right now, that is not it doesn't look like that's going to be coming this year. And I'm sorry if you were wanting that. I'm I apologize. And that is as of right now. Something could change and then all of a sudden there it is. But Sally, if you've I always say to people, if you've been with someone for a while and you're waiting on something, please look at everything and kind of figure out who you are in their life and where they're going with you. One way to do that without saying, "Hey, are you going to propose to me?" One way to find out if a guy is serious or a girl is serious about you, say, "Hey, would you start a business with me? Would you consider let's look at businesses we can start." If they're all in on that, they're willing to build a future with you. I'm not saying that's the make or break of it, but if they're like, you might want to reconsider. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one from Aaron. What do you see for my career? Will I stay at the current hospital or find job, a new job at a different hospital or nursing home? Hospital? She's gonna go to a new hospital. I think I'm hearing I feel like mid-month something's going to come in and you may consider mid-month March, mid-month March, you are going to have something come in and you are really going to be it's another hospital and you're going to be really torn of if I hear that song, should I stay or should I go now? Um, but I do feel like it is going to be a hospital. It's going to be up to you. And I do feel like you are going to have a lot of luck if you move forward. That's just what I'm getting for you. I hope that that makes sense to you. I feel like within 6 months, you will be, I'm going to use the words they're using. Within 6 months, you will be replaced or you will replace your current position. So if something comes in for you to be in another place, I would strongly consider it. I would very strongly consider it for yourself. Okay, love? Ah, la 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 la. You guys, the TikTok I did today was for removing blocks, any blocks for career, money, relationship, whatever it is. Okay, let's go to the next question. What are your thoughts on mobile oxygen party bar? Sal wants to know. I like it, but you have to be very connected. If you're going to do this, you have to work with like an event planner, wedding consultants, um, expos. Give me a second. They're still downloading. Venues, any place where there's a venue that you can take it to. So, for example, weddings, birthday parties, um, working with places like halls and event places where people go and rent it out. And then also, here's a thought, just saying, if you're going to do something like that, connect with clubs and or bars where you can set up in the corner and have people like pay per shot, just like they do for their drinks. Um, I know it's these are just different ideas you can entertain and look at different times, Sal, if this is for you or a friend. Um, I do feel like it would be really good to get you out about, and it would be a good business setup, a good thing, as long as you're good with getting it out there. You need to go past just the health, uh, like just doing it for people who are already into health and wellness. You need to also go into other areas where people might use it. So that's what I'm getting for you. I hope that's very, very helpful. Very helpful. Okay. Da, 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 da. Elizabeth wants to know, hey Tony, will I buy a single family or multi-family home soon? Yes. May, June. I think it's either coming in May, June. Either you're going to find it or you're going to close on it May, June. Um, huh. It's I think you're going to have a choice. You just have to decide how you want to, like, how you want to work it. You're going to have a choice between either. You'll find both. You just have to decide which one is going to be working best for you in your situation. Um, so one thing I will tell you is, if you do a duplex, don't rent to people who are not, that you have a choice, because in some states you don't, which is crazy. Which is crazy. You should be able to rent to whoever you want, but make sure that they're not immature. They have a serious career. They're a little not into, like, still at that age where they're doing nightlife things. That's the one and only thing I'm getting for you on if you do a multi-family property. Okay, love? Okay. We are going to, and for that property, Elizabeth, you're going to have to be very diligent and make sure you're checking all of the sources and places that you can for properties. Okay. Okay. There we go. I think this is, oops, whoa. Okay. Sometimes when I scroll up a little bit, it just pops me to the bottom with all the new ones. So I have to find my place again. So if I miss you, please don't take it personally. It's not me. Okay, there we go. This is where we were. This is the next question. Kermit Karen, my grandpa Leo had his birthday yesterday in heaven. Anything he wants me to know. Thank you is the first thing. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for still remembering me. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts and um, my memory alive. Um, his essence is with you. I'm seeing Karen like a vase, but it could be an urn on something. I don't know if this is something you have or somebody else has, but it's like, like how the urns look, but like a vase, but like with a top, and it seems ceramic-y. Um, so, and it's on like I want to say a mantle, but it's just on something. The details aren't as important. But the thing is, thank you. Thank you for keeping me with your mind, and don't uh, don't feel badly about the past. The past is done. It's time to move forward. Don't let things accumulate in your mind. Is what I'm hearing. So whatever that means for you, Karen, and whatever's going on, please take that to heart. The next question comes from A27. Nope. A 27 I don't know. I'm just going to call you A. You know your question. Okay, here we go. Will my mom need to have abdominal aorta aneurysm surgery eventually? Thanks, Julie. Hey, Julie. Thanks for the question, Julie. Yeah. Unfortunately, she will eventually need to have this taken care of. It's not going to recover on its own. And actually, Julie, I'm hearing the sooner the better for this particular situation. But I know there's a whether it's with your mom, the doctors, or with somebody else, it's a comfort thing. Either not being comfort, either being very uncomfortable with what's going on, or being very uncomfortable with the idea of surgery. But I think that if it's not taken care of soon, it may lead to a complication with her, like like, how we have one thing and then it can lead to another thing, like a medical thing. And I think she needs to have it taken care of. Otherwise, it's going to cause another medical problem. Okay. The one thing I will say is, as soon as she is done with surgery, start giving her probiotics. That's just what I'm hearing. I hope it helps. Sooner the better. And again, whenever it's good for her, whenever she can do it. But they're saying, even as I'm saying that and try to say that, they're saying the sooner the better. Okay, they're really like boom, boom, boom. That's the only thing they're saying. Yes, the sooner the better. So it doesn't lead to another complication. Julie, I hope that's really, really helpful for you. Stephanie's next. Stephanie wants to know, hi, Toni. I'm trying to move into a better home for my children. Do you see this happening this year at all? Oh, Stephanie, thank you for the question. Stephanie, I keep hearing it's up to you. One thing I am going to say is it might not be, I hear June and then I hear October. June, July, October. So you might find something in June, July, and move in October, or you'll have the opportunity to move in June or July or October. Please, Stephanie, wait until you find the right place for finances and environment is another thing I'm hearing for you. And I really do hope that that helps you, Stephanie. I do. The next, oh, Genevieve says, Tinkle was my kitty cat. Genevieve, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. That came through like, like, wait, Tinkle. So thank you, Genevieve. Catherine wants to know, good day to you, Miss Toni. That's Catherine. I hope you laugh at this. I don't know if I should say this, but that's the way most scammers start their letters to me. Good day to you, ma'am. Good day to you. Most of them say good day to you, sir, because my name is Toni and they think I'm a man. Good day to you. Catherine, I'm sorry. I love you. Please don't be offended by that. Please don't be offended. I would like, I would, I have to take a moment and compose myself. Okay. Good day to you, Miss Toni. I would love to know, will I be blessed with big wealth money, and also do my boyfriend, mother, Mrs. Betty, have something to tell me from the other side, or my grandma? Okay, you guys, I answer, if you have a question or you want a connection, I answer one per person until I get through everybody. Um, and then I'll start answering second questions for everybody. If you do have a question, make it about love, life, career, finances. And if you are wanting to connect with a loved one, put their name in. I'm going to answer your first question because I think the first thing we put down is the thing that's most important to us. Okay? For whatever reason, it's just what's most important. It's the first thing on our mind. So you want to know if you're going to be blessed with wealth, big money. What I'm going to say to you, the answer I'm getting to that is if you are like, if you motivate, if you are motivated, and I feel like either I hear the word business. So either if you're motivated in either business or you're motivated and start your business. Now, typically, if we work for somebody else, we get capped at, unless it's sales, which even in sales, we can be capped. Sales offers, depending on the type of sales and who you're working for, the more motivated and more energy you have, the freaking more you will make. Okay. If you can just talk to people and be genuine and be like, hey, you know what? I have this ice cube. Let me tell you something. It's made with the best water in the world. And this water is going to regenerate your DNA. So anything you put this ice cube in is going to regenerate your DNA. And you can put it in there just for a second, take it out and refreeze it. Now, how many of you want that ice cube? Right? I want that ice cube. It probably doesn't exist, but just an example. If you can talk to people, you can, if you're passionate about your product. The other thing I'm getting for you, Catherine, is a business idea. It's not an MLM. It's your own idea. It's your own idea of a business you can start. And most people think they can't start a business because they don't have everything for the business. They need this and no, you don't. You need to just start offering your service in whatever way you can and then build with it. Just keep building with it. Okay. If you do that, yes, you will be having good wealth come to you. Okay. And that's what I have for you, Catherine. Thank you so much for the question. I hope that it's very, very, very helpful for you. Okay, again, here we go. Let me get back to where. Here's where I was. Here we go. Hey, Jay Francis. Hey, Sally. Hey, Erin. Erin, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Sal, my pleasure. Erin, I don't know that they're going to replace. I don't. Erin, I'm not. This isn't a separate question. Erin, if you want to go, you should find some place and go. And most of the time, when we're asking if we're going to find another place we want to go, I think either you're going to replace your current position with another position at another hospital. Will Erin be replaced at her by the hospital? Erin, I'm just going to tell, this is what I'm going to tell you. You do what makes you most comfortable. Start looking. If something comes, go for it. And find something that makes you happy and that you really want to be at. Okay, love? Okay. Okay, Nada wants to know, will I heal from my infection? Yes. And I actually, Nada, there's a product, you guys, as some of you know, if you've been here for a bit of time, I have a lot of allergies. Antibiotics is one of them, and there's not, for whatever reason, antibiotics just make my system react very poorly, whatever's in them. So I'm not giving medical advice, YouTube, not doing it. I use very good probiotics, and there's by Microbiome. I believe it's by Micro. No, that's not the name. It's a very good post, pre, and probiotic that has turned my system around. It's a powder. You can put it in your smoothie. You can put it in this or that. I would really, really recommend that. And True Resilience is another probiotic that's amazing. Amazing. Okay. That's what I have for you. Yes. I do believe it's going to turn around. You're going to have to do very powerful, like clean up a little bit and make sure you're putting the good stuff in. Okay. You guys, please remember, if you have a question, you can put it in the chat. If you are enjoying this, please hit the buttons you need to hit so you know when I go live. I go live at least 2 times a week. If you're asking a question, please give me a like or whatever. Okay. Teresa. Hello, Toni. Hello, Teresa. Teresa White, Toni Green. I would like to ask what I need to know or do to improve my cash flow. Thanks. Okay, so I hope you guys laugh at this. I'm hearing that song. Call me anytime. I think it's is that Blondie? Maybe get on the phone, make some phone calls, reach out to people. I feel like there may be some Okay, Teresa, there's like a couple different things I'm getting. Um, one of them is to get on the phone, to call, make those phone calls. The next thing is rejuvenate, get out and rejuvenate. The next thing is to mm, mm, um, to start something new, to start something new. Also, when we take our energy, excuse me, I'm so sorry. When we take our energy from where it's been and we're so focused on or worried about our finances or this or that or the other thing, and then we spend a little time refocused on something different, like a book, starting a new venture, like on YouTube or wherever. Um, we're not putting such heavy energy on this, and it has the opportunity to kind of work itself out, to get better. And then when we're focused on this, we can get clarity all of a sudden for what we need for the other thing. So for me personally, I have my show that I do twice a week. I have the TikTok healings that I do. And those two things, like, the show, it's not just going live. This is a show that airs on TV, podcast, radio shows. It airs on WSCS. It airs on Rude Rangers TV, all the streaming channels, Roku, so on and so forth. So there's the show. That's one thing that I do. There are books that I'm writing right now. That's the second thing. So if I get stuck with my show, I transfer over to my books. If I get stuck on my books, I go start working on my website. If I get stuck on that, um, I will go to the next thing. And then there's the clients. Like I'm working with clients for hypnosis, for healings, for readings, putting programs together for them, doing individual and group programs for my clients. Um, so no matter what, I can go from one thing to the next and come back when it's good, when I'm not in that space with it, when I'm not stuck on it any longer. So that might be something you really want to consider, and how you would uh, have at least two things to balance. Okay, love, that would be the best thing I can tell you right now. And again, I'm hearing go for grants, go for some grants. You might be pleasantly surprised at what you find. And again, Lesko, Lesko grants. If you just go through his stuff on social media, he will give you so many resources of where you can go for small business. You don't have to sign up with him. He'll just give you the resources of who offers the grants for anything. That's what I can say for you, love. All righty. You guys, one of my new sessions that I'm offering, it's called Relationship Recovery, and I've been working on this for quite some time. And it is individual sessions to help you recover if you've been with narcissistic, toxic, abusive, any sort of abusive person, that you can get this session and we start working on it with a number of modalities to help you clear everything from the relationship and all the damage that it's caused you. That's one of them. But again, they're all three new sessions that I'm offering are on my website. Okay. Paul wants to know what do you want to know? Hi, Tony. At 3 a.m. this morning, I'm hearing nursery rhymes. It was London is falling down. London Bridge is falling down. Okay. Does this mean anything? Thank you from the USA. Okay, Paul. Yes. Who used to go back to the very first time you experienced that? And that is what I'm getting for you. Um, Sometimes it can be very literal. Sometimes it's just somebody reminding you of something, a happy time, uh, good time, whatever it is, that's what it is. Okay. Please remember you can post a question in the chat. I'm going to get through as many as I can in the time allotted. I will, if you do have a question, please, a question about life, love, career, make the question pretty to the point so we can help as many people as possible today. Or if you want to connect with a loved one, their first name and their relationship to you. Okay, Tony, thank you, Tony. He's missed. Oh, yeah, you are so welcome. Oh, and she says, one of my siblings has his ashes. It resonates. Thank you for confirming that, Karen. She had previously, earlier in the show, asked about her grandpa Leo, and I saw the urn. I'm going to call it, I think it's called an urn on like a mantle. So you are so welcome. You are very, very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. And Julie, you're welcome. Okay, next. As soon as I move the thing, it just pops to the bottom, guys. So just a second. Okay, here we go. This is where I am. Hi, Tony. How are you today? I'm good. Thank you so much, Colette. Has my mother worked out what she did to my daughter? And how do you fix something like that? Okay, Colette, you don't, is what I'm hearing. You be completely honest with your daughter about facts, and that helps. Um, sometimes people, and I'm, especially when it's family, we say, well, they just didn't know, blah, blah, blah. And just be very factual, like this person is mentally not well. This is what that means. If that's the case, I'm not putting things in for those of you who might go, you don't know what's wrong with her. I kind of do. But anyway, and let your daughter know that that's not an excuse, because how this is handled will determine the type of people that your daughter may end up with later on in life. If we make excuse for abusers now, they'll make excuse for abusers later. I mean, really think about that. If we make excuses for abusers now in their life or in our life later on, they'll end up making excuses for the abusers in their life. What I'm going to say to you is honesty is the best policy in this particular case. And letting her know everybody understands this was wrong. And if the person who did it doesn't, it's because they're very, very sick. That is what I have for you, love. And that is the best way to help her now and in the future. Okay, love? I hope that's helpful. Hey, Catherine, Genevieve. I'd like to know if I should do a 3-day fast now or in the near future. Spring, March. I instantly hear March, beginning of March. Um, is the best time for you, Genevieve? Okay. You're welcome. Thank you, Rebecca. That's so kind of you. Uh, okay. The ice machines. Thank you. You're welcome, everybody. You are so, so welcome. Okay. The next question comes from Stephanie Wells. Stephanie, didn't I answer? I think, Stephanie, I already answered a question for you, so I'm going to go through. If there are no new questions, I'll come back to you, Stephanie, but I really try to get to everybody at least once. So, Stephanie, hold on with that question. Miss Jules, that's a new question. Hey, Miss Jules, thank you. Miss Jules, and I'm almost near the bottom of all the questions, Stephanie, so I think I will be able to circle back. Okay. Miss Jules wants to know, hi, Toni. Hey, Miss Jules. My mom has a lot of health issues and is in chronic pain. I'm really sorry to hear that. It sucks getting old, doesn't it? It really does, especially if, well, let me finish the question first before I go off. Let me answer this question for you, love. Would it be best to try to find her an assisted living facility or try to keep her at home a while longer? Thank you. Miss Jules, what's your mom's age? The number one thing I'm getting, get her in water, like a pool. So she's 84. Get whatever you do, the number one thing you can do for her is get her in water. The cleaner the pool, the better. I don't know if you live near an ocean, if you can get her in an ocean, just even at least her feet in the ocean a little bit, that would be great. But if not, get her in a pool. And if you have a pool near you, some areas have saltwater pools, and that is one of the best pools that someone can get into. If and it should be a pool so she can kind of walk back and forth, like have a little bit of mobility in the water. The water will take most of her weight and allow her to have better mobility. The less we use our body, the more it tightens up and is achy if we do go to use it. Even though she's 84, and yes, I do get that. But you guys, I'm going to say this to you, and Jules, this is nothing against your mom. Everybody has a different life and lives a different lifestyle and a different journey and path. I see women that are in their 70s and 80s doing bodybuilding competitions. I hope that's me. Like, dude, I want to be pushing weight in my grave, seriously. If I get buried, bury me with a barbell, but don't bury me, burn me, seriously. But the more she starts to move, and the easiest way to give her some mobility is to get her in some water. I'm not saying a water exercise class, just a water where she can use a noodle, kick her feet a little bit, walk across the bottom, get in there with her, do it with her. You're going to see a tremendous increase in her within a month of her being in the water. Now, if that's not a possibility, what this comes down to is, can she get full, proper care where she is or not? I hear it's not quite time for assisted living, but they are doing a lot of things where they have like visiting home health or home workers. people who visit and will help you out with whatever. It can be cooking, a little bit of cleaning, or medical. They have all the categories. So if maybe look at that. The assisted living isn't quite there yet. I think if you try to put her someplace, she's going to check out. And there are people that are like, I will, the moment you take me out of the home and put me in an assisted living, bye-bye. See ya. Bye. Um, so I think that's important. I do feel like assisted living is on the way, but not here yet. And if you can get her in the water, that would be really, really good for her. Okay, love, that is what I have. I'm going to go back to Stephanie's question now, and I'm going to kind of rip through these questions, you guys, the best that I can to help you out the best that I can. We recently went through a major shift in business ownership at my job. Will this have a positive or negative impact for my position as I'm trying to grow in my field? I feel like it's not going to have any impact on your position. I feel like you're just going to like next day, next thing, next day, next thing, go in, do you, and stay strong in it. I do feel like, Stephanie, I don't know if this makes sense to you. There is the possibility for a promotion after June. After June. I don't know when after June, but after June. Okay. Sal says, the songs call me. Made my mind go to a totally different place. I love that, Sal. I love it. I'm not going to read the rest, but Sal, I love that for you. Absolutely. Rebecca says, I truly appreciate all the clearing. Absolutely my pleasure. Answering questions. Thanks for all you do, Toni. Rebecca, I love you so much. Absolutely my pleasure. You are such a doll. I just love you so much. Drops of Jupiter. Oh, Drops of Jupiter. I'm so sorry. I missed this the first go round. Thank you. I'm so sorry about that. Will my son ever regulate his jacket and hide? Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde moods. Not without help. Drops of Jupiter. He can do it one of two ways, either with supplementation, like natural things. You know, I'm gonna do a clearing for him. Everybody listening, watching, let's clear that. Oh, he has something. There's something, whatever caused and keeps this. Let's pull it now. And I feel it coming up the back and out. It's like very slithery and toxic. It's it's a lot. We're going to clear that now. And Drops of Jupiter, we're at about the 52-minute mark of the show. You can come back to this point in the show and replay this like every day. And then if he falls back in, you can replay it again. Keep playing it for him. And we're going to clear that too. And I hope that's really helpful. Also, there are some like more natural remedies that will absolutely help him. It could be something like vitamin D, but when there's something like this, one of the things I would say is in Chinese medicine, the liver is associated with anger, but this is more of emotional high, emotional low, plus some in there. And that it can be done with food and supplements as long as you have control over that. And if you don't, it may keep being up and down. And then there's also the extracurricular stuff that people do that cause a lot of this. You know, when people tell me I have depression, the first thing I say is, do you enjoy adult beverages? If they say yes, I say, you know, that's a depressant. And they say, yes, but I'm not quitting. That's fine, just as long as you know that, and you have to balance that out with something else. As long as you enjoy adult beverages, you're going to have that high and then you're going to spike low. And I'm not preaching to anybody. I'm just saying, knowing what you're doing and being able to balance it out. If you're doing adult beverages, do extra vitamin D. For real, for real, for real. Do extra vitamin D and cleanse that adult beverage out as soon as you can. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Teresa White, thank you, Toni. I think I might need hypnosis session. Is the session on one topic or can it be 2 or 3 topics? Thanks. What every single hypnosis session I do is customized for you. But what I say is there's the topic and subtopics. So if it's with hypnosis, we focus on the main thing, and anything that's attached to that should go with the hypnosis. Now, if it's a completely different topic, I don't typically do that in one session because we really want to work on clearing out everything. So, like, for example, let's just say you have a tremendous amount of grief, Teresa, and you feel betrayed. We would go in and take care of that betrayal. It might get rid of the grief. And then if that grief is causing you to not do things you need to do, that will be the fix in and of itself. I hope that explains it for you and everybody listening. But every session is customized to what each person needs. Okay, Karen wants to know, will my son and I move in September when our lease runs out? Are they going to move in September? Karen, yes. But you really have to start looking now and reaching out to people. You know, so here's what I'm going to say. If you're looking for a place, some of the best places are put up in like churches and things like that. They don't want to list them. They want people they don't list them on like apartments.com. Where they'll put them is in the community. So make sure you're checking and talking. I feel like you might find a place through word of mouth or talking to people and asking people, hey, do you like your place? Do they have anything? I feel like that's what's going to happen for you. Okay. Hey, Peter G. Thank you. I'm going to answer Jay Francis' question really quick because it's easy to answer and time is running down. Yes. Here's the way I'm going to say it for you and everybody else. Anything that you can bet on, her question is the Super Bowl rigged? Yes. They're actors. The players are giving, from what I understand, what I've read, what I've heard, the lawsuits that happen behind closed doors, all the players are given contracts. They know their roles. It's very scripted from what I understand. Now, I've known since I was about 20, anything you can bet on, I've known it intuitively, anything you can bet on is fixed. If it goes through Vegas, it is not, it's fixed. Whether it's the referees, the players, all of the above, every single sport, sometimes from high school up. Okay. If you can bet on it, especially in Vegas, it is fixed. The same goes for the stock market and things along that line. There is, with that in particular thing that I just mentioned, anytime there's that much money on the line, they're going to, and I'm not going to say it's rigged, but they're going to pull out so they don't lose. Just know that always. So if find out what the odds are, work within your odds if you feel like that's something you want to do. Okay. You guys, thank you so much.